Om Shanti. 4th December 2020, Baapdada Murli. In the essence, Baba says, "Sweet children, the unlimited Father has come to decorate you with knowledge. If you want to claim a high status, remain constantly decorated." Question: on seeing which children does the unlimited Father become very pleased? Answer: the unlimited Father is very pleased to see the children who are constantly ever ready to do service, who fully follow both the Alaukic and Parlaukic Fathers, who decorate their souls with knowledge and yoga, and who serve the impure in order to purify them. The Father's desire is that the children make effort and claim a high status. Om Shanti. The spiritual Father says to the spiritual children, "Sweetest children, just as a physical father loves his children, so too the unlimited Father loves his unlimited children." A father gives teachings to his children and also cautions them so that they claim a high status. That is a father's desire. That is also the desire of the unlimited Father. He decorates your children with the ornaments of knowledge and yoga. Both fathers decorate you very well so that you can claim a high status. The Alaukic Father becomes happy and the Parlaukic Father also becomes happy. It is remembered of those who make effort very well that they are those who follow the Father. So, you have to follow both of them. One is the spiritual Father and the other is this Alaukic Father. Therefore, you have to make effort to claim a high status. When you were in a bhatti, a photograph was taken of all of you with your crowns. The Father has explained that there is no crown of light. It is just a symbol of purity that is given to all. It isn't that there is actually a crown of white light. It is shown as a symbol of purity. At first you live in the golden age. You are the only ones there. The Father also says, souls remain separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. You children are the ones who come first and you then have to return first. You have to open the gates to the land of liberation. The Father is decorating you children. One lives in simplicity in one's parents' home. At this time, you too have to be very ordinary, not too high, not too low. The Father says, "I enter an ordinary body." No bodily being can be called God. Human beings cannot grant salvation to human beings. Only the Guru can grant salvation. When people go into the stage of retirement at the age of 60, they adopt a Guru. That system begins at this time and it then continues on the path of devotion. Nowadays, they even make young children adopt gurus. Even though they may not be in their stage of retirement, there can be sudden death for anyone. This is why they even make little children adopt gurus. Just as the Father says that all of you are souls and that you all have a right to claim your inheritance, so they say that without a Guru, you cannot receive a status. That is, you cannot merge into the Brahm element. You do not want to become merged. That term belongs to the path of devotion. A soul is like a star, just a point. The Father is also a point. That point is called the ocean of knowledge. You too are tiny souls, and all the knowledge is recorded in that point. You take the full knowledge. You pass with honors. It isn't that he is a very big like a Shivalingam. The Supreme Soul is just as big as a soul. A soul comes from the Supreme Abode to play his part. The Father says, I too come from there, but I do not have a body of my own. I am Roop and also Basant. The Supreme Soul is Roop and he is filled with all the knowledge. He showers knowledge so that all human beings change from sinful souls to charitable souls. The Father grants both liberation and salvation. You go into salvation and all the rest go into liberation. That is to their home. That is the sweet home. It is souls that listen through their ears. The Father now says, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, you now have to return home. For this, you definitely have to remain pure. No one except pure souls can return home. I have come to take everyone back. Souls are said to be the procession of Shiva. Shiv Baba is now establishing the temple of Shiva, Shivalaya. Then Ravan comes and establishes the brothel. The path of sin is called the brothel. Baba has many children who remain pure even after marriage. Sannyasis say that it is not possible for both to live together like that. Here, it is explained to you that there is a lot of income in that. By remaining pure, you receive a kingdom for 21 births. Therefore, it is not a big thing to remain pure for one birth. Father says, you have become completely ugly by sitting on the pyre of lust. It is said of Krishna that he is ugly and beautiful, Shyam and Sundar. This explanation is of this time. By sitting on the pyre of lust, the soul has become ugly. He is then called a village urchin. He truly was that. Krishna cannot be that. It is at the end of the last of his many births that the Father enters him and makes him beautiful. You now have to remember the one Father alone. Baba, you are so sweet. You give us such a sweet inheritance. You change us from ordinary humans into deities and make us worthy of being in a temple. Talk to yourself in this way. You don't have to say anything through your lips. On the path of devotion, you have been remembering the beloved so much. You have now come and met us. Baba, you are the sweetest of all. Why would we not remember you? You are called the ocean of love and the ocean of peace. Only you give us the inheritance. Nothing can be received through inspiration. The Father comes here personally and teaches you children. This is a Patshala. The Father says, I make you into kings of kings. This is a Rajyog. You now know the incorporeal world, the subtle region, and the corporeal world, and how such a tiny soul plays his part. This play is predestined. It is called the eternal, imperishable world drama. The drama continues to turn. There is no question of doubt about this. The Father tells you the secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. You are Swadershan Chakradhari. The whole cycle continues to turn around in your intellects, and so your sins are cut away through that. However, it isn't that Krishna committed any violence by spinning the discus. There is neither the violence of war nor of the sword of lust. They are doubly non-violent there. At this time, your war is with the five vices. It is not a question of any other war. The Father is the highest on high, and He gives you the highest on high inheritance. He makes you as elevated as Lakshmi and Narayan. The more effort you make, the higher the status you will claim. It will be the same study for you every cycle. If you make effort well now, you will continue to do that for cycle after cycle. You cannot receive as high a status through a physical study as you can through this spiritual study. Lakshmi and Narayan become the highest and high. They too are human beings, but because they imbibed divine virtues, they are called deities. However, there are no human beings with 8 to 10 arms. On the path of devotion, when they have a vision, they cry a great deal. They become unhappy and shed many tears. Here, the Father says, if you have any tears, you fail. Even if your mother dies, eat halwa. Nowadays, even in Bombay, when someone is ill or dies, they call the Brahmakumaris to come and give them peace. You explain to them, that soul has shed a body and taken another. And so, what loss is there in that for you? What is the benefit in crying? They say, he was taken away by death. There is no such things. Each soul automatically sheds his body. A soul sheds his body at his own time and runs away. However, there is nothing like death. In the golden age, a womb is like a palace. There is no question of punishment. There, your actions are neutral. Maya doesn't exist there, and so no sinful actions are performed there. You are becoming conquerors of sinful actions. First, there is the period of those who have conquered sinful actions. Then, the path of devotion begins, and there is the rule of King Vikram. Vikarma, sinful action. At this time, you gain victory over the sinful actions you have committed. The name that has been given is the conqueror of sinful actions, Vikarmajit, one who has gained victory over sinful actions. Then, in the Copper Age, there is King Vikram. Sins continue to be committed. The Father is completely pure. He purifies you too with the power of yoga. A physical father is pleased to see his children. The unlimited Father is also pleased to see the service that the children do. Children are making a lot of effort. You have to remain ever ready for service at all times. You children are the godly mission that purifies the impure. You are now the children of God. There is the unlimited Father in all of you, brothers and sisters. There is no other relationship. In the land of liberation, there is the Father and you souls who are brothers. When you go to the golden age, there will only be one son and one daughter. Here, there are so many relationships: maternal uncle, paternal uncle, etc. The incorporeal world is the sweet home and the land of liberation. Human beings create so many sacrificial fires, do tapasya, etc. for that, but no one is able to return home. They continue to tell many tall stories. The bestower of salvation for all is one and none other. You are now at the confluence age. Here there are so many human beings. In the golden age, there are very few. There is establishment and destruction. Now, because there are innumerable religions, there is so much upheaval. You were 100% solvent and having taken 84 births, You have become 100% insolvent. The Father has now come to awaken everyone. Now, wake up. The golden age is coming. Only the true Father gives you the inheritance for 21 births. Only Bharat becomes the land of truth. The Father creates the land of truth, who then creates the land of falsehood. Ravan, the five vices. They make such a big effigy of Ravan and then burn it because he is the number one enemy. People don't know when the kingdom of Ravan began. The Father explains, for half the cycle there is the kingdom of Ram, and for the other half there is the kingdom of Ravan. However, Ravan is not a human being who has to be killed. At this time, it is the kingdom of Ravan over the whole world. The Father comes and establishes the kingdom of Ram, and then there are the cries of victory. There, they have constant happiness. That is the land of happiness. This is called the most elevated conference age. The Father says, by making this effort, you will become this. Your photographs were taken. Many came, and then after hearing this knowledge and relating it to others, they ran away. The Father comes and explains to you children with a lot of love. The Father and the teacher love you. The Guru also loves you. Someone who defames the Satguru cannot claim a high status. Your aim and objective is in front of you. Those gurus don't have any aim or objective. That is not a study. This is a study. This is called a university cum hospital in which you become ever healthy and wealthy. Here, in Kali Yuga, everything is false. They sing Maya is false, bodies are false, and the whole world is false. The golden age is the land of truth. There are palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. The Somnath temple was created on the path of devotion. There was so much wealth there. The Muslims came and looted it and used it to build huge mosques. The Father is giving you limitless treasures. You have been receiving visions of these from the beginning. Baba is Allah, Awal Deen, Awal first, then religion. He establishes the first religion, which is Dittism. The religion that doesn't exist is being established once again. Everyone knows that it used to be their kingdom in the ancient golden age. There is no one higher than them. The deity kingdom is called paradise. You now know this and you have to relate it to others. How can everyone come to know so that none can then complain that they didn't know? You tell everyone, yet some leave the Father and go away. This history must repeat. When you come to Baba, Baba asks you, have we met before? You say, yes, Baba, we came to meet you 5,000 years ago. We came to claim our unlimited inheritance. Some come and listen to this, and some remember all of this when they have a vision of Brahma. Then they say that they have seen that same form before. The Father too is pleased to see you children. Your aprons are being filled with the imperishable jewels of knowledge. This is a study. You can do the 7-day course and then continue wherever you are on the basis of the Murli. In 7 days, so much will be explained to you that you will be able to understand the Murli. The Father continues to explain all the secrets to you children very clearly. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says Good morning, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Essence for Dharana, point number 1. Spin the discus of self-realization and burn away your sins. Make your status elevated by studying this spiritual study. Never shed tears under any circumstances. Point number 2. This is the time to stay in the stage of retirement. Therefore, live very simply and in an ordinary way, neither too high nor too low. In order to return home, you souls have to become completely pure. Blessings. May you make your intellect powerful with the power of churning and become a master almighty authority. May you make your intellect powerful with the power of churning and become a master almighty authority. The power of churning gives nourishment for a divine intellect. Just as people have the practice of remembering on the path of devotion, in the same way, in knowledge there is the power of awareness. Become a master almighty authority with this power. Every day at Amrit Vela, bring one of your titles into your awareness and continue to churn. Then, by churning, your intellect will remain powerful. Maya cannot attack a powerful intellect. It cannot be influenced because Maya first of all weakens the divine intellect with an arrow of waste thoughts. The way to protect yourself from this weakness is the power of churning. Slogan. Obedient children are worthy of receiving blessings, and the influence of blessings keep your heart constantly content. Obedient children are worthy of receiving blessings, and the influence of blessings keeps your heart constantly content. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.